Right, so after over half a year, we finally have another Murder Drones video, and it's a bloody long one. So long, in fact, that I've enlisted the help of someone who's probably shown up on your community tab more times than I care to count to help me out with it. The pole man himself, Yagster, has agreed to do some of my job for me, so without further ado, let's get into mass destruction. They updated the intro! Even with all the money a multi-planetary company has, the modern housing market proves too difficult to properly enter.
I am holding strong, sir!
I knew this episode was going to be sacrilegious, but god damn! Also, side note, the Spanish title of this episode is literally just The Last Supper, and I find that far too funny.
Why do the head doctor and the intern get the same uniform?
Is this guy important?
Better question, where is he? Digital pentagrams.
Doctor-specific thing?
Overly complex USB case. Appropriate reaction.
Yup,
Mitchell accidentally makes a galaxy brain play here.
Why doesn't the absolute solver obscure this? Oh, and also, this is the start of our severed limb counter. Sorry, 1 second. Yo, UnCom, why am I counting this? Oh, it's part of the script? Okay.
MacGuffin.
A MacGuffin you don't immediately destroy, even though it's the one thing that could kill you. We're just gonna skip over how Nori's core managed to escape, apparently. Also, where did these posters and the cat ear headphones come from? Nori is canonically a furry. Is the hard hat really necessary? There's not exactly a lot of skull there to protect. The cables are cut, yet this meter somehow still registers the elevator dropping. We get absolutely robbed of a shot of the elevator exploding. How are you coughing? You don't have lungs or a gag reflex to trigger those lungs. Not at all an appropriate reaction.
Use your solver!
You cut off her hand like 30 seconds ago and you've already forgotten the problem with that.
We're not gonna hurt you!
This promise comes back to bite N in the ass so badly. And N is now dead.
And you won't tell me why we're wandering around, 'cause...
I'm a good friend, and secrets are blackmail.
Thad and Lizzie's VAs both got new microphones to use for this script, and I'm not really a fan.
Okay. Does your secret friend want to know about football?
And the character rewrite doesn't help much either. Neither of these two are like how they were in episode 4. And here is where the hopes of all the V-Simps were raised and then dashed in less than 3 seconds.
I deserve this.
Karma has to be dealt, but it doesn't have to be as slow as you're about to make it.
Perfectly cut screams, part 74. There's a fair bit to unpack here. First off, recognition of the irony of the situation, dead memes, deadly singularities, and a reference to a form of the end of the universe that is actually optimistic compared to the other options. Trying to reanimate unholy abominations 1 minute before midnight.
How do you get from 1 to C? Did you make a list and then just get confused 2 points in?
Creepy.
Anything.
Oh, come on, it's a flashback. I wanted to see N actually be a threat again. I now present to you one of the most graphic sequences in the show, mostly because it's a human limb that's being eaten. Aren't you glad you paid attention in episode 5? That's not how physics works. Unless this entire cave is made up of conductive metals in their pure form, nowhere near enough static electricity would be able to build up to form this lightning bolt. Those are some very solvery movements. Also, what is the point of this chandelier? Nori's headphones decide now is a great time to start the next track.
Oh man, look at this cool S's you can draw.
Can someone please land a shot with one of these things? There were at least 4 different hands that grabbed N, but cutting this single cable somehow frees him completely.
Why sin after her own murder pet? You stupid or something?
Oh yeah.
Honesty. N's making more incoherent noises here than a reaction channel.
You get this cross to the surface? I'm looking for a hunk named Com.
Nori's definition of hunk is very different to mine.
So, how do we... Can her hands be guns?
Kick also.
This is a terrible idea. You should both be dead. Casual front flip.
Part 2A. Check the perimeter.
Mr. Doorman?
Uzi's railgun is powered by robot livers.
It's the end times! If my wife's closet is right, the planet's gonna try to eat us soon.
Now, I've heard some strange sentences in my day, but that's pretty high up on the weirdest out of context. This random chair sat in front of the fireplace that is still lit somehow. Actually, nobody's been down here for years. There should not be any lit fires in this place. Khan is also a software engineer. Kane was apparently in charge of this name lineup. Shout out to Abhi, Timur, and... wait a second.
Not sure it needs you, buddy.
Doll turns from villain to anti-hero to just dead in one of my favourite horror scenes from this show. Also for FNAF reference. That's not how physics works. Yes, some air would be displaced by the sudden stop of the cross, but not nearly enough to break this visor.
Woke up on the surface, brain scrambled enough to have a kid.
How do they both have a copy of this photo?
Who's its host?
Like, Uzi? And a red-eyed...
Yeva's kid.
We've all been pronouncing Yeva incorrectly. This is what I imagine Gen Alpha looks like 90% of the time. That's not how candles work. Because you clearly did not.
I caused every horror in her life. Destroyed the planet, got you things sick here.
Gave her ungodly Aldrich genetics.
No time.
No time to complete the list that you started.
To wait until you're ready to tell her yourself?
Bite me.
The synthetic apple doesn't fall far from the mechanical tree.
You have to believe.
You're telling me that Uzi never looked at Tessa with the absolute solver activated before?
Cute. You know why I keep you around here?
Brutal, but incredibly fitting for the character and the moment. N now pulls the dumbest move I've seen in the entirety of this series by handing the solver cure over to the drone infected with the solver instead of stabbing it into her face.
I'm gonna count this. These are technically limbs.
The solver was fast enough to stop bullets from hitting Sin, but can't stop the force of a Minecraft reference. He has the laser cannon out, so you know damn well he won't hit her. Self-harm is a sign of chronic mental issues. You should seek help as soon as possible. Impacting this solid stone pillar with half her neck sawed off would definitely cause decapitation.
That is definitely not how black holes work.
Quick props to the animation team here. This is a brilliant shot. Nori doesn't see the obvious consequence of this action. Why does the heart make a squeaky noise? Home run! You can hear by this laugh that Uzi is actively trying to fight against the solver's control.
Nori! I should mention Uzi and I...
You're refusing to say the word date, but you drew 2 love hearts here.
Frickin' own me!
And it's good.
Uzi! What? We did not discuss being gross and...
That was your mom!
What?
Wait, no!
All of this screaming is completely unnecessary.
That helmet is still rolling.
What was the point of putting the helmet back on then? Just grab the head out of it.
Oh yes. Get snuck upon.
Oh, piss off.
Who are you idiots?
Khan chilling on the roof of this bus is making this entrance remarkably less dramatic. Okay, now you put a nail through your palm to save the life of someone else. Can you make any more biblical references?
Thanks for, like...
I mean, come on. Who would get emotional to murder drones? No way!
None of this solver usage causes corruption. Okay, regardless of how quickly I made this shot my new wallpaper, how in the living hell is Uzi up here and why is this hole so damn big? Also, where's my ending music? I'm not sitting through these credits if I don't at least have some tunes. And that's episode 7, one of the better ones of the series in my personal opinion, but I'll leave that debate for Vanity's comment section. Thank you once again to Yagster for helping me out with this video. I'll leave his link at the end and down in the description if you want to check out any of his stuff, but that's all I've got for today. Thank you all for watching, and have a good one.